As we advance in years, our priorities evolve. We prioritize simplicity, vitality, and substance over excess. Your kitchen, a center for nourishment and connection, ought to mirror that philosophy. Yet over time, it can become overcrowded with items that not only consume space, but also present potential health hazards, many of which remain unnoticed. Today, I wish to impart practical guidance concerning detrimental kitchen articles you should remove immediately. These aren't merely my personal opinions. They're echoed by countless individuals across various platforms. Let's delve in, shall we? 1. Non-stick cookware with deteriorated coatings. Non-stick pans offer remarkable ease for cooking, but as they age, their surface material can detach and mix with your food. Most non-stick kitchenware is manufactured with Teflon, which, when compromised, has the potential to release harmful chemicals upon heating. These substances, such as perfluorooctanoic acid, or PFOA, have been linked to health concerns like thyroid conditions and even certain cancers. I've encountered numerous testimonials from individuals who experienced improved health after transitioning to stainless steel or cast iron culinary tools. Furthermore, these alternatives boast greater longevity and do not compromise on performance. You can substitute antiquated non-stick pans with options such as stainless steel, cast iron, or ceramic-coated cooking vessels. If you're apprehensive about the change, begin modestly. For example, a friend's grandmother swapped one skillet at a time and delighted in the noticeable difference in taste and quality. Season cast iron pans to establish a naturally non-adhesive surface, a straightforward technique many home chefs advocate. 2. Plastic utensils and storage vessels. Many plastic products contain BPA or other deleterious compounds that can leach into food, particularly when subjected to heat. Older adults frequently possess an accumulation of plastic ware amassed over decades, and it's simple to overlook the deterioration caused by time and usage. Heat can distort plastic, leading to fissures and uneven textures where microbes can conceal themselves. A neighbor recounted that after replacing her aged plastic containers with glass, her soups and stews tasted fresher. She also found them easier to clean, mitigating frustration with stubborn grease. She observed that changing to silicone spatulas and bamboo implements made her feel more environmentally responsible as well. You can discard distorted or discolored plastic containers and replace them with glass or stainless steel alternatives. Seek out containers with hermetic seals for superior food preservation. Employ wooden or silicone utensils instead of plastic. Silicone can endure elevated temperatures without breaking down, making it a safer choice. 3. Chipped or fractured dinnerware. Those damaged plates and mugs might possess nostalgic value, but they are also harboring bacteria. Even minor cracks can serve as breeding grounds for microorganisms, especially in moist environments. Moreover, older ceramic items might contain lead-based glazes, which are unsafe for food consumption. If you've inherited antique tableware, it might be prudent to test it for lead before continued use. You must bid farewell to compromised pieces and invest in a modest, high-quality dinnerware set. Consider repurposing cherished items. Transform that old teacup into a planter instead of retaining it in the kitchen. Opt for robust, chip-resistant dinnerware, such as stoneware or tempered glass, which are both practical and aesthetically pleasing. 4. Spices exceeding 5 years of age. Were you aware that spices gradually lose their potency and nutritional benefits over time? Many older adults retain spice racks brimming with jars from decades past. Stale spices can also attract unwelcome guests like pantry moths. One elderly lady mentioned how invigorating it felt to purge old spices and replenish them with fresh, vibrant ones. Fresh spices not only augment flavor, but also preserve their health advantages, such as antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. Discard anything you cannot recall purchasing. Some frequent offenders include ground nutmeg, paprika, and oregano. Replace your essential spices with smaller quantities to ensure freshness. Acquire them in bulk if feasible and store in airtight receptacles. Keep them in a cool, dark location to extend their shelf life. Avoid storing spices above the stove, where heat can accelerate spoilage. 5. Aluminum cookware. Although lightweight and economical, aluminum pots and pans can infuse into food, especially acidic preparations like tomato sauce. Prolonged exposure to aluminum has been associated with health concerns, including Alzheimer's disease. While scientific consensus isn't conclusive, many individuals prefer to exercise caution. If you're still utilizing aluminum cookware, consider upgrading to anodized aluminum, which offers greater safety, or other materials like stainless steel. Many older adults recommend enamel-coated cast iron for its resilience and uniform heating. Plus, it's visually appealing and functions as serveware. Explore ceramic-coated options, which are both light and non-toxic. 6. Obsolete small appliances. That venerable toaster or coffee machine might still operate, but older gadgets can emit noxious substances and pose fire hazards. Components like rubber seals and plastic casings deteriorate over time, which can impact performance and safety. A gentleman once shared that his 15-year-old blender began emitting a scorched plastic odor, prompting him to replace it, and his smoothies never tasted better. Examine appliances for signs of wear, frayed cords, or unusual smells. If it brings joy or fulfills a function, keep it. Otherwise, replace it. Substitute outdated items with energy-efficient models, which can reduce electricity expenses. Discarding bulky appliances also liberates valuable counter space. Consider versatile devices like an Instant Pot, which can substitute a slow cooker, rice cooker, and more. 7. Aged non-food items. Your kitchen might be concealing expired cleaning agents, rusted scrubbing pads, or old dishcloths, all of which can disseminate bacteria. Mildewed or musty cleaning accessories can also introduce allergens into your dwelling. A YouTube comment I once read mentioned how much brighter and cleaner a kitchen felt after disposing of dingy cleaning items. Replace old sponges with silicone scrubbers or washable alternatives like bamboo cloths. Refresh your dish towels and oven mitts. Seek out antimicrobial options for enhanced hygiene. Employ natural cleansing agents like vinegar and baking soda to lessen chemical exposure. Consider preparing your own cleaning sprays to save funds and reduce waste. 8. Unused or redundant gadgets. Do you truly require 3 garlic presses or that waffle maker you haven't touched in years? Clutter can make meal preparation feel overwhelming and stressful. Many Reddit users advocate simplifying their kitchens to include only what they genuinely use. Possessing fewer items makes it simpler to maintain neatness and order. Donate or sell items you haven't utilized in the past year. Local donation centers or online marketplaces are excellent choices. Retain multi-purpose tools that conserve space, like an immersion blender instead of a cumbersome countertop blender. Evaluate your gadgets. If it's gathering dust, it's time to let it go. Remember, less is more when it comes to effectiveness. 9. Rusted or dull cutting tools. Utilizing old, rusty, or blunt knives isn't merely a safety risk. It can also detract from your culinary experience. Dull blades demand greater force to cut, heightening the chance of mishaps, while rusty edges may introduce detrimental particles into your food. One individual shared how upgrading to a quality chef's knife transformed his meal preparation, rendering it quicker and more enjoyable. Sharpen your knives regularly or have them professionally honed. Replace heavily rusted or inexpensive, dull knives with high-quality stainless steel options. Invest in a magnetic strip or a proper knife block for safer storage. 10. Expired canned provisions. It's easy to overlook canned goods at the rear of your pantry, but expired cans can swell and leak, posing a serious health hazard. Foodborne illnesses from consuming antiquated canned items can be particularly severe for older adults. One gentleman emphasized how consistent pantry inspections helped his family minimize food waste and feel more organized. Verify expiration dates and discard anything past its prime. Arrange your pantry so older items are at the front and new acquisitions are stored at the back. Consider donating unopened, unexpired items you don't intend to consume. 11. Dinnerware with faded patterns. Faded designs on dinnerware aren't just an aesthetic concern. Older dishes with painted motifs might contain lead or other deleterious substances that can leach into food, especially if the glaze is chipped or abraded. This worry is particularly pertinent for vintage or imported items. Test antique dishware for lead using a home testing kit if you're uncertain. Replace older or damaged pieces with contemporary, lead-free alternatives. Opt for plain, unadorned dinnerware for peace of mind. 12. Old cutting surfaces. Cutting boards, especially wooden ones, can harbor bacteria in deep indentations left by blades. Plastic boards can also become scratched and discolored over time, making them less sanitary. A well-maintained cutting board not only enhances kitchen safety, but also elevates your cooking endeavors. Replace heavily scratched plastic boards and deeply grooved wooden boards. Opt for bamboo or high-quality wood boards treated with food-safe oil to prevent drying and cracking. Consider utilizing separate boards for raw meat, vegetables, and ready-to-eat foods. 13. Old or worn-out baking trays. Baking trays tend to accumulate burnt-on grease and discoloration over time, which can impart unwelcome flavors to your food. Warped or rusted sheets can also influence how uniformly your food bakes. One woman mentioned how replacing her baking sheets dramatically improved the outcomes of her baked goods. Replace warped, rusted, or excessively stained baking trays. Invest in non-toxic, non-stick options or employ parchment paper to reduce cleanup. Consider silicone baking mats for an ecologically sound alternative. 14. Outdated food processors or blenders. An ancient food processor or blender with blunt blades or leaking components can render meal preparation more of a chore than it needs to be. Furthermore, older models may not be as efficient or secure as modern alternatives. Upgrading to a new appliance can make your kitchen routine swifter and more enjoyable. Test your appliances for efficacy. If blending or chopping takes longer than it should, it's time for an upgrade. Replace worn-out models with energy-efficient, easy-to-clean choices. Look for multifunctional appliances to conserve space and funds. 15. Unused specialized tools. That fondue pot you acquired for a single special occasion, or the pasta maker you haven't touched in years, might simply be occupying space. Specialized implements can clutter your kitchen and make it harder to locate the items you actually use. Streamlining your collection can make your kitchen feel more expansive and practical. You can donate or sell tools you haven't utilized in over a year. Borrow or rent specialized tools for one-time use instead of purchasing them. Focus on versatile tools that can handle multiple tasks. Your kitchen should be a sanctuary, a place that is both practical and secure. By removing these hazardous or antiquated items, you're not just liberating space, you're investing in your health and well-being. And remember, the process doesn't have to be overwhelming. Tackle one drawer, one cupboard, or even one item at a time. I'd be keen to hear your experiences. Have you purged any harmful kitchen items recently? Did it make a tangible difference in your daily life? Let's sustain the dialogue because we're all navigating this together. If you found the video beneficial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might find it useful. Hit the subscribe button for more guidance on living your optimal life in your later years. Take care, and thank you for watching.